type it in pictures, you get some things like this. All right, like they're talking about the vase, dragon. All right, sea monsters, sea dragons. All right, you get stuff like this basically. Okay, which is Cetus. All right. Now let's go to Genesis 1 and 26. Um, it says, "And the powers said, Let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." Now this is when the powers, starting with Yahweh Shai and the angels, were creating the earth and the creatures. And the only instance of creatures in the sea is it mentions fish, it mentions whale, and it mentions living creatures. Nothing really else. So like I said, the Most High has his own category within. Fish can be literally its own or general term for creatures in the sea. Fish can this is just a speculation, but fish can generally mean a lobster or whatever. But that's why in the scriptures it says a great fish or a sea monster. You have to speculate that. Alright, so the same word for fish here is dag, or here's daga. Okay, it means the same thing. Alright, now when you go to Genesis 1 and 21, which is the first account of actually I'll start at 20, which is the first account of creatures in the sea. It says, "And the power said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And the powers created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind." So that's where your taxonomy comes in, your categories. Alright, just like you got the bird kind. Within the bird kind you have kinds. For example, you have a raven kind, which is of the bird kind, or species like the white man says. You have pigeon kind, of the bird kind, so to speak. Okay, they don't hang with each other. You don't see pigeons chilling with hawks. You don't see hawks chilling. You know what I mean? They have their own thing, and that goes back to Sirach when it says each kind loveth its own. Basically, paraphrasing. So let's look up this word whale here. Okay, so it says after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind, and the power saw that it was good. The word whale, let's see if it means whale, an actual whale. And like I said, it could have been an actual whale that swallowed Jonah, that we don't know about, that's in the sea, because Esau doesn't know everything. Alright, there can be a whale actually that swallows a man. Now here, Tanyan, which means dragon, serpent, sea monster. Dragon or dinosaur, sea or river monster. Serpent, venomous snake. So that's the word for whale here. Alright, so I'm just going into this just to show you that when you can't take things for face value. Alright, that's why it's important the elders teach us, read the Hebrew, man. Go into the Hebrew and see the words that translate as the words that have this root Hebrew in English are dragon, serpent, whale, sea monster. And the word sea monster here is from Lamentation, which I have in the tab. Lamentation 4 and 3. "Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness." So the sea monster right here, same word for whale. Danyan. Alright, I'm going to look it up quickly right here. Okay, there we go. So same word. Alright. So that was just a little quick insight the Most High gave me. Brothers, probably they have videos out there. Brothers are cutting this asshole. Alright, but this is just a little something that the Most High showed me. So like Al-Tar said, Leviathan, it could have been Leviathan. It's definitely a great sea monster, man. It wasn't no little Free Willy, you see in the movie. It was a great sea monster, man. Like in Star Wars, when in the first one, Phantom Menace, they're in the ship underwater, and they stopped, and then that big ass sea monster came and tried to swallow them, and then a bigger one came and swallowed that one. Things like that, man. Okay, hey, Esau likes to say conspiracy. The Most High has flavor, man. The Most High has great imagination. Just like you can imagine those kind of things, the Most High has great imagination. And it tells in the Apocrypha, He createth new creatures daily, man. So there, like I said, man, the white man doesn't know shit, man. His method of taxonomy is bullshit, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. You know, shalom to the elect. Hope you brothers learned something. The point being, it wasn't a little small fish or whale. Slacky. Before I finish, Spirit had me bring this out. One scripture came to mind when I heard that nigga say, "Oh, it was a fish. What kind of fish was it?" This is Tobit 6:1. And as they went on their journey, they came in the evening to the river Tigris, and they lodged there. And when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him. Okay, so this is no little tuna or snapper or salmon. It says a fish. See, so it doesn't mean like a literal fish, man. See, what you think of as a fish, like I said in Esau's thing, he says even a fish could be a shark, but it goes even beyond that. Like I said, the Most High has his own taxonomy. He has his own arrangement. A fish could be a general term for any sea creature, ranging from a little friggin' oyster to a big ass sea monster, man. And we clearly showed you to the Hebrew, right? The word dag means a great fish. Alright, and in Matthew's for whale they use a sea monster. The word whale in Hebrew actually just means sea monster, a dragon or serpent. So this fish it came out of the river and almost devoured him. Right? Hold on, what does it say here for B? Sea or river monster. Right? For Tanyan. So where are they here? They're in the river Tigris, right? Verse 2, and when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him. Okay? So that was the point. So I hope you brothers learned something. And, you know, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is going to keep putting the spirit on brothers to cut all these guys and bring out the true knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Shai. So till next time, Lord's will, I say Shalom.